planted my seeds about 2 weeks ago. Some of them have not, many have not germinated yet, but you can see some are starting to come in. I'm just being patient and trying to trust the process, mostly trying to trust myself that I, did the right stuff. These are crowder peas, and they're definitely coming in, and they're beautiful, and there's some other plantitas coming in on this side. This is corn that I planted 2 weeks ago. It's just come up just beautiful. And to the left I have some of the eggplant that's starting to come in, but this corn is it's precious. So I am going to transplant it to 4-inch pots because my beds aren't ready yet. So I'm gonna move this to 4-inch pots so it gives me about a week of grace while I'm finishing up my beds, so that then this can go right into the earth, and I am so excited. Oh, look at how beautiful. Yay. This is so exciting because it's, like my first time really getting into this. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of fertilizer in here. And plant this there. And then I will add more dirt on top in a bit. All right, I went and got this little tool to help me bring out the starter, or the start rather. It's a bit moist, so I'm trying to keep it together as much as possible. Do this. Look at that, the root was already getting really long. So yes, this is the right time to transplant this into a 4-inch container. All right, so here is the corn I transplanted, and I'm gonna continue to nurture it and water it and hurry up and get this sprinkler system in the front and get the beds ready so I can then plant it in the ground. Yay! Wish me luck. It's so beautiful. I mean, this whole process is completely and absolutely like magical, right? I'm co-creating with the earth and trusting and learning and surrendering in many ways to this whole process, because I have no control over anything. So trust is a big part of this, and I'm learning a lot about myself and how I fit into this whole beautiful ecosystem, and learning what's real and what's worthy and like what really matters. All right, so next up I'm gonna go to the front yard and do some weeding, and I'm going to do some measuring and use a string to lay out the width and the length of the beds. And tomorrow I am going to start bringing compost and getting everything ready. Okay, so currently what I'm doing is cleaning up the edges and taking this crabgrass out. What I learned in farming class was that weed management and pest management take the most out of your time in farming. So what I'm doing is I am taking out the green stuff that was still in the edges here, See, there's still some stuff and I'm trying to get rid of it. I've laid down this tarp for about 2 months now, and so this is what started to happen under there. I am going to bring some compost and wet it some more and then put the silage tarp over it again. I think this area is not going to be ready until fall, and I'm not going to rush it. The goal is for all of this to be decomposed, and all the weeds and everything under here is what's called green manure, so it has a lot of nutrients, and I want it to stay here. And this should look like soil, like complete soil once everything is decomposed, but I think it's going to take a lot longer, so I'm just going to let this stay like this for the rest of the summer. This is what I've taken out so far, and from the edge of this side, the other day I worked on this whole section here, and I have to bring more compost and then lay out the beds. Okay, so currently I am measuring out the beds. The first bed that I created right now is 40 inches wide because I'm going to be planting zucchini on there, and zucchini should be planted with rows that are about 2 to 3 feet apart. So the next row will just be 30 inches wide, and I'm going to in between the beds I'm going to make 18-inch walkways. That was the standard that I was given at the farm school. So 30-inch wide beds, except for the zucchini one, and then I'll have to also make the corn one a little wide as well. I'm using bamboo sticks, and I measured again the 40-inch wide bed, and I'm using string and measuring the string all the way down to the other side. I was told you want to measure the string 4 inches above the bed, the actual ground, or above the bed. And I'm going to be bringing a bit more compost to fill in the bed, so I made it 7.5 inches. I put the string 7.5 inches up high to make room for the compost as well. All right, so today we're transplanting bush beans. I have 2 rows, but only the first row germinated, but we're gonna go ahead and replant those 2. We're using these 4-inch pots this time. And I normally use fertilizer, but yeah, I can't get into the shed where the fertilizer is, so I'm gonna use Mycos for this. And then when I put it in the ground, I'll make sure to put fertilizer for this beautiful little bush bean here. So there we are. And now we're just gonna add some of this compost around it. Make sure it's in there. Uh-oh, it wants to lay down. All right. I'm gonna try these pots because my daughter said these can go directly into the ground, except for I'll make some little holes so that once it goes into the ground, the roots have somewhere to stretch.